Здравейте, приятели, и добре дошли в канала на Никстариус. Това е канала за съзнателно програмиране на реалността. Аз съм Никстариус. В това видео ще ви предоставя един разговор, един дългоочакван разговор между мен, моята приятелка и колежка Денис. Денис е много специален човек, който има способността да ченелингва, да сваля, да даунлоудва всяка информация, всеки код, всяка холограма, която човек може да си представи. И също така индивидуални лични кодове под формата на геометрия. Тя също така татуира тези символи, който желая. Аз, Никстариус, самия имам получен символ от нея, който е изключително мощен, и в последните активации, които бяха 2024 година и 2022 година в Бакево, аз работех с два символа от нея, които са изключително мощни, които активирахме. Също така аз с нея съм работил в Германия на различни активации и от дълго време желаях да направя такъв разговор между нея и мен, за да ви запозная с нея, за да ви я представя и за да дам възможност на тези от вас, които желаят да се запознаят с нейната работа и да получат от нея личен код, да го направят, докато тя все още има така повече свободни възможности за това, защото и нейната работа става все по-известна и нейното време също така е доста запълнено. Също така искам да уведомя, че с Денис говорихме, че тя има планове 2025 година, февруари месец, да е на гости при нейна приятелка в България, в София. И тези от вас, които желаят да се запознаят с нея, но най-вече да получат кодове от нея или да получат татуировка от нея, могат да направят това, като се свържат предварително с нея и уточнят условията. Сега започва интервюто, което е на английски език. Не знам дали YouTube автоматично ще добави субтитри, които могат да бъдат автоматично преведени от английски на български език. Трябва да видим дали това YouTube ще разпознае видеото като английски език, поне втората му част. И тези от вас, които не разбират английски език, могат да опитат с автоматичния превод на субтитри. И така, приятно гледане!
Yeah.
Okay, Denise, I am very, very happy to have you tonight here to have this discussion. Hello.
Hello. I prepared something in Bulgarian for you guys, so I try to do my best. Здравейте, муцита, аз съм Денис или Суна. Радвам се да съм с вас днес.
Wow, Denise, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was incredible. Thank you, Denise.
I hope I didn't say anything wrong.
No, it was amazing. And it was a very special way to say hello.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're so
And on my last retreat in Bulgaria, I spoke about you, and also in the past I have spoken about you, and many people want to know you, to know your work, how you started. So please tell us more about you. Who are you? What are you doing? And yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Denise, also known under my artist name Suna. I started almost 8 years ago, I guess, when I found out about a past life I had in Egypt, that was Suna. So, and since I know about this life, I feel like there was an opening of a channel. I started downloading sacred geometry and symbols, and and it was kind of a process and challenging mission to find out about what I'm really doing, and what it does to people, the effect on the psyche and the mind of people. And very, very fast, I started to tattoo people, actually, because I got asked. So it wasn't me that decided to become a tattoo artist. It was more, the people around me that were so touched by seeing my art, and then they wanted really to get it tattooed by me. And so yeah, I just followed these impulses, and I found somebody who taught me hand poke tattooing. So it's a very traditional form of tattooing. And yeah, I got really interested in what effect geometry and my symbols have also on the body. And and it wasn't until I met you, Nikolai, that I really knew what I'm doing. So I guess our connection, and also the way you perceived my work, was really important for me to understand more what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was also a very, very special meeting you. Just to mention it again to the people who didn't hear it from my own story, that we met on a special healing festival, and there I saw your work. You have your works, all the geometries that you have downloaded, and I was totally amazed what I saw there. And it was more than 300, I think, a single geometries, tattoos, and I was, wow, so many codes, holograms, so many activation codes. Who is this guy, or human, who is doing this? And yes, then we met, and then we channeled, we spoke, and then your higher self said, yeah, you're activator like me, like myself, and we are doing actually the same work by different methods, and your method is really amazing. And yeah, I'm also very proud that I have a special tattoo made by you and tattooed by you on my arm. And yeah, this is something very, very special. I know only one another person on this planet, the Janos from Netherlands, who is also downloading codes. And you, I do not know anybody who can download the codes in that quality and in that diversity and pureness like you. And I have now some questions. I think that these questions can be very interesting. So first, when somebody asks you to download a code for himself, how are you feeling? How is happening the process? Can you describe more behind the scenes?
Yes. So it took me a while until I really figured out what I truly need from this other person. And I think at that state where I'm at right now, I basically don't really need something from the other person, but which is clear is that they need to order it, basically, right? So I'm not going around and channeling stuff for people because I think they need something. It's really the opposite. You need to come and ask for it. And something inside of you needs to be somewhat clear what it is about, because basically I can channel everything, all the different parts of your soul or your energetic system or whatever. But in the past, I also experienced a few very challenging processes with the people when they are not ready to receive that. So it's really, really, really important that the person I'm working with is able to feel on some level what they truly need. And my work is really about that. I think this is also the difference between my work and your work. I really want to bring people into their bodies and into what they truly need. And this is often very different from what you want, or what you think you want and what you think you need. So to really, think into what it is at this specific moment. So I need the other person to have this capacity. Otherwise, it's very, very challenging for both of us. So you need to be somehow connected to your truth, and you need to be ready to face that. So that's really the basic thing, what I need. And so what I created to help people or to support people to find out what that is, I created a questionnaire. So people answer these questionnaire. They can take all the time they need. So I send it to them via email or WhatsApp or whatever, Telegram, and they take their time to fill out this questionnaire. And basically, I make people decide for 3 to 5 words, values, intentions, whatever, what the symbol should be about. So that could be, I want to work on, I don't know, finding my purpose, or I want to work on healing. I want to work on manifesting my dreams, or whatever. Yeah. So so to have this clear order from another person really helps me to tune in. And of course, I found out that I have several different languages I'm speaking. So I need to know what you like. So which kind of language are you speaking? So I make you choose some of my symbols or some of my artworks, and so I can so I know what kind of shapes and what kind of languages
so we're speaking about geometric language.
Yes, geometric language.
Yeah, geometric language, or the light language. Yeah.
Yes.
Denise, do you need to see the person in persona, or live, or just you need a picture?
No, most of the people I'm working with, I have no idea how they look. So often I just see them when they come visit me in my studio. And I'm always so surprised and so touched when I see the people finally that really the geometrics, they just fit 100% only on this person. It's incredible. I don't know how it works, actually.
Yeah, and your customers are coming from all around the world, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm mostly active in Europe for sure, and around Germany, like Austria, Switzerland, Netherlands, Belgium. But more and more people from different parts of the world are coming. I had one from Australia. I had another one from South Africa. Now somebody is coming from a big project from Canada, from the United States. It's crazy.
You are like a magnet, and I see it because I see what kind of gift you are bringing to this earth and to the people. And if I'm living in US and I find you, I will fly to Germany to meet you and to receive personal tattoo.
Luckily,
from you.
You don't need to go that far, right?
Yeah. In my personal case, I'm lucky that I don't need to drive that much. But yeah. Okay, Denise, another question.
Yeah.
Is it when you receive the tattoos and when you bring the tattoos on the person, you're not using a tattoo machine. You're using a very traditional method. Can you just explain a little bit more about how you tattoo?
Yes, so I'm using a technique called hand poke or stick and poke. It's a very basic technique. I don't use ancient tools though. I have normal tattoo needles as you can find and use also in tattooing machines. The only difference is really that I hold the needle in my hand and that I poke dot by dot. So it's a very slow process, which I really enjoy because I'm a very fast person. I used to be very fast in my life. So it's really slowing me down. It really taught me to be super patient. And what I love most about it is that it's less painful. Your nervous system doesn't get triggered because there's absolutely no sound, or the sound is super, super little. And yeah, it's not so invasive. So your body, your nervous system has time to adjust to getting tattooed. Yeah, it doesn't get stressed by any noise or vibration. And since it's less painful and less invasive, it's also healing way faster. So it's about 10 days or so, and then the tattoo is completely healed. And from what I can say, it's a more pleasant and relaxed experience, and it gives us also a lot of time to get to know each other. I really love to connect with people on a deep level. I want them to have not just a beautiful tattoo for the rest of their life. I also want them to have a beautiful experience that is a nourishing experience, and also teaches people how it truly is and how it truly feels when two people meet each other and there is pure love, and there's honesty and truthfulness. This is actually the most important thing for me. And since everything becomes digitalized and AI and everything, for me it's very, very essential that people slow down and that they have the opportunity to meet each other. So I'm enjoying the slow tattooing process, and it's more of a ritual than only getting a tattoo.
Yeah, I can confirm this. And Denise, I will send you in another direction with my next question. Can you tell us a little bit more about how everything started, like the beginning? Did you have something, a special kind of visions? How it started? Just the beginning of the process of the downloading.
So first of all, I can say I was always connected to the stars, to the universe. When I was a little kid, I always communicated to God and the stars, and I always had this longing to connect to the cosmos. And I always knew that I'm very special and unique person, but I never could really pinpoint it what makes me so unique. So that being said, during my puberty and early adult life, there was actually nothing like that. That's not true. I was a very spiritual teenager as well. Like I had out of body experiences, not clear dreams, how you call it, lucid dreams. So I had always this sense of like, okay, there is something that we don't see that I can connect to, but I could never really pinpoint it. So, and late, I don't know, with like 26, 27, in my late 20s, I found myself in a position in my life where I just couldn't do it, like couldn't do my life anymore. So I escaped from Berlin and went off to go travel the world. And I landed in Guatemala. Maybe some of you know the beautiful place of Lake Atitlan. Very, very powerful spiritual place in this world. Amazing. For me, it was heaven on earth. And I landed in a yoga community or ashram, and I did karma yoga there. And part of why I went on this big trip was to find out what is my purpose, what I'm here for. I worked as an artist in the theater scene, but I always knew there is something inside of me and I just can't reach it. There's some kind of a blockage. So this trip really was dedicated to find out who am I and what can I bring into this world. So I was really clear on that. And when I arrived in this yoga community, we needed to meditate every morning for 1 hour. And I wasn't a big meditator at that time. Yoga, yes, but meditation was horrible for me. But on this very potent part of the world, Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, I don't know what happened. I can tell you guys, I started meditating and I had a trip. I watched a movie. Like I've seen fractals, I've seen all geometries, yantras, Buddhas, lotus flowers. I have no idea, and it just happened. At that time, I have never consumed any psychedelics, and I would say that was my first psychedelic experience. And from there, I really took step by step. I did another course called the Moon Course. It was from full moon to full moon. Basically a metaphysics school where you got taught how to lucid dream, how to see auras, how to see past lives, how to read tarot, a little bit of the Kabbalah, the Kabbalion, so all these mystical stuff. And there I really got a clear connection to one of my spiritual guides, Horus. And from there, really step by step, symbols came that I could see in my meditations. Of course, I had no idea what that is. And first it was kind of runes or something. So it was just like little lines in some kind of a language. And I never could really, I could never draw them exactly the way I saw it. And then it was in one silent retreat I did the last week of this metaphysics course. We needed to fast and to be silent for 1 week. And in this last day of silence, I sat down and I channeled my first symbol. And when I moved back to my yoga community 2 days later, a friend of mine saw that little symbol. It was like this big. And she said, "What is this?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, I made it when I was in silence. Oh my God, I want to get this tattooed. Oh my God, what are you doing? You're going to get famous. This is so amazing." And she started talking, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, "What? I have no idea what you're talking about." And she got it tattooed right away. And from this, it just started. I didn't actually do anything actively. And then another friend came. "Whoa, what is this? I want to get this tattooed. Here, $80. Then another friend came, was like, "I want you to tattoo me." And this was all in 1 week. And then I was like, "Okay, receive the message. Thank you." I know what I need to do now.
You wanted your life purpose? Purpose came, please. Here is it.
Yeah. And I mean, this is really the advice I would give everybody. When you really want to find out, set this intention. You need to ask for it. You need to be very clear, and you need to listen, and you need to start also doing what your higher self or the universe, or how you want to call it, really wants from you. So there was no active will of me becoming that. Actually, I was pretty overwhelmed. I was like, "What? I should tattoo people? Oh my God, how am I going to do that?" And it took another half a year, I guess, until I found another artist who taught me how to do it. And then it was just the people asking me for it. So that's really my way to go, listening to the people and what they want from me, and just do it.
Well, thank you for the story. I think it's every time very interesting to listen how the big journey starts, because the starts are always very personal, and I think it's also a good example what you told us, because you wanted to know what is your purpose. You went to retreat, you receive it in meditation, you was in a special environment, mentally, emotionally, and also in the space. And yeah, this maybe we can say as advice to everybody. If you want to know what's your purpose, go to a special place, go into meditation, like you said, ask intentionally and listen.
Yeah.
And now,
yeah, and
yeah,
just to finish this up and wrap it up, it also took a lot for me to get there, right? I needed to leave my boyfriend at that time. I needed to leave my job. I really burned bridges. Like I cried 6 months straight before I actually arrived in this yogic community, and where I finally had space and time to really dig deep. So it may sound so easy, but it's a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of sacrifice sometimes to really get rid of everything that is not serving you anymore, and make space, like empty yourself and make space for what really wants to flow. And that sometimes can be very challenging.
Yeah, I think shifts like this always need to be prepared, and there is always something that you have to sacrifice.
Yeah,
I can confirm it by my own story. Denise, now I just want to ask you that you tell us that you're a normal person, that you have also normal problems, that you have to, you know, that many people think also about me, that we are some kind of so special, that we are not humans anymore. So can you please tell us that that you have a normal life?
Yes, I have
channeling this stuff in your all day life also, but
yeah, I'm not a traveler anymore. I settled in Munich, in the south of Germany, where I grew up also. I have been challenged, and I'm struggling still with everyday life, capitalism in my relationship. Oh my God, big times. That's a big topic between me and Nikolai often, how we can relate to our partners in a truthful way, and be connected to ourselves and also with the other person. I had very difficult childhood with an alcoholic father, and a mother who was completely overwhelmed. So I was a lot on my own as a child. And these are things that still cause a lot of problems in my relationship, and I'm working on. I go to therapy sessions. I try to do one retreat at least a year. I'm right now in a retreat center. We'll go in silence within the next 2 days. And and I really need to keep up with my spiritual practice, because this is actually life-saving for me. So yes, my job is, and my mission is super important, if not the most important thing of my life. But on the other hand, I love Netflix. I love gummy bears. I'm not a perfect human being. I try to be as kind as I can, but I'm super angry sometimes and overwhelmed. And I also try to show that. So also on my social media account, I often also say, hey, I'm not well today, because I feel it's very important that we don't have this expectation of ourselves to be like this perfect being all the time. We're humans, and the struggle is real. And
it's not an easy experience to be on this planet in a human body. I think we have I asked you this question because I think it's very important for the people who cannot channel, still cannot channel. Everybody can channel, but it's a process.
Yeah.
That the people who are listening to us understand. Okay, Nikolai and Denise, we also have our problems. We also have our childhood problems. We also have to pay for the food. We also have to take food, to make exercise. You know, you have pain from time to time in the shoulders, and and you're angry, and you have relationship problems. It's a part of the normal human experience.
Yeah.
And I think that it's very important that we understand that the evolution, the spiritual evolution, does not mean that you became perfect.
No.
Because this picture of became perfect and solitude, and all these pictures that we have from the books and from the movies, that they actually block us. So
yeah,
we can activate ourselves and also be imperfect.
Totally.
Exactly.
Totally.
And
Absolutely.
I think we have also to have more understanding with our situation. We are on a very imperfect planet with a very, very polarized forces. And we are in this situation. We have human body and we have to care for it. And when we wake up, when we understood that we are here in this body, we didn't remember everything, who we are, what's the mission and stuff like this. So I think, like for you, like for me, this is the case with everybody. So people, it's just normal.
Yes. Yeah, and we are not we are not finished already the way we are, right? It's a continuous process to unravel all the different parts of ourselves and to evolve. I mean, every day I see myself learning and evolving, and when I look back 1 year earlier, it's a big difference. So and it's also a very important part of me and my work, and this is also why I appreciate you so much, Nikolai, is because I think we are people that don't want to pretend to be better than other people. It's
and
not
saints,
about
like saints.
Yeah, and saints. And I don't want to put a role onto myself. I don't want to create a picture that I feel pressured to repeat every single day. I want to be a complete normal human being. I also have a lot of non-spiritual friends that when they would really know what I'm dealing with, they think I'm super crazy. My boyfriend is a super normal person and is also not super spiritual, but I need that also to feel grounded and be okay with being just a human being and enjoying that, because it's a very beautiful experience also.
Yeah, and I say to the people who are coming to my seminars and retreats that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yeah.
Some of us can channel at the moment. Some others can can heal. Some others can channel in another way. We are all special. And I think it's very important to stop this competition of comparing ourselves with somebody else. Okay, he can channel better, but I want... This competition actually is just ego stuff. And for example, I do not see I at the moment I cannot channel the geometries like you can. But that's totally perfect, because it's your mission to channel them, and my mission is something different. But I'm not in this comparison mode. So I just want to make it clear that everybody is here with something very specific. And just like you said, going inside in the heart, asking your soul, what is my mission? With what gifts I came here to Earth? And everybody will discover that there is something very special that this person carries with them and can give to the world.
Yes.
Yeah. Please.
And I think my work and also your work can bring a little push to the system, so it remembers a little bit more easy. So when I tattoo people, this sacred symbols or their soul tattoo, then I feel really the body and the system gets activated, so it remembers more or can sense more what what you are truly as a spiritual being, what your soul essence is. And I think to help people or to support people in feeling that themselves is really the mission behind all of that, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, some another information or question. Denise, how are you feeling that your geometries are progressing? You said that you have different languages.
Mm-hmm.
And I see from your work that your work is becoming more and more complex, and yeah, and much more how to put it. I don't know how to put it, but more complex. Yeah. What's your feeling? Where is your work going? In which direction? And where are you now? If you can you say what kind of downloads are now coming to you, or how are you feeling now, 2024, comparing maybe to some years before? Just maybe you have understand what I'm asking.
Yes, you're totally right. In the beginning, it was everything was a little bit more, not detailed. I know what you want to say, but not as complex. That's totally true. Not so refined, maybe. So was more simple also. So definitely my physical drawing and tattooing skills have been, evolved a lot. I mean, I got better in both drawing and tattooing. It's hard to explain because it always depends on if I work for a person or if I just do like a symbol, do a symbol or draw a symbol, like you guys might have experienced in Nikolai's last workshop, which is not a specific not a specific order as a tattoo, right? So when people wanting to get it tattooed, they have a certain expectation or maybe idea of it. So they want something simple or they want something complex. So when I do a normal symbol, then and I can be super free, then it's always a surprise what comes out. But I feel like definitely I'm reaching higher frequencies or layers, dimensions, I don't know how you want to call it, and it gets more refined. Like this is the best word I can find to describe the progress. And I'm able to draw more complex versions of something.
I just want to say that the symbol you have channeled for my last retreat, but the symbol we will not show in this conversation because I think it's have to be used with caution, because the symbol is a universal portal to all dimensions and to all densities in the God creation. So it's a universal portal symbol, and everybody was amazed to see it, and I was also amazed, and it have done a wonderful work during the activation retreat I have done this year in Bulgaria. And for me, it's very, very special, this way of downloading, because you can download something physical, something that it's there and it lasts. In my case, I can download, I can open the portals, I can open them, but I have to be there. Or some way my presence, my words have to be perceived, maybe through via internet or some way else. But in your work, you are giving something, you're downloading something that can be totally independent from your person can work. So you are sleeping in Germany and somebody is using your symbols somewhere. It's a very interesting way, independent working with these codes. So
yeah, I guess I am the female version of you. I bring it
yeah.
to the world. I manifest it, right? I mean, this is what we do as women. We kind of create matter in our bodies and give birth. It always feels like giving birth. I don't have children yet, but I imagine it's a very similar process, because I sense something and then I need to have a certain impulse and sit down and draw. I know you have been asking me to do the symbol for quite a few times, and then, you know, one afternoon the impulse was there, and then in some hours, it was a few days actually, I was drawing on that one, but and then it's there, and then it's manifested, and it's very similar to the work with yantras. Maybe you are familiar with yantras, or you guys are familiar with yantras. It's basically the geometrical picture of
mantra,
or of a deity, or
exactly,
of some sort of energy. And these yantras have been used as portals as well, and I perceive my work is very similar, just different time.
I think that's my opinion, of course. You are doing exactly the same. You are channeling yantras in different languages, because the yantras that we know from India, from Tibet, they're channeled also in a specific language, geometric language that is typical to Buddhism and Hinduism. But what you are channeling is a completely new dimension, because it's totally free from all religions, or it's a really new geometry, galactic. Galactic. I describe it like galactic.
Yeah, it feels like that.
For sure, it feels like galactic.
Like I'm moving far out and bring it down somehow.
So, and like you see, you know, my questions are not prepared in order. I just wanted to say that you have a website, you have an Instagram and Facebook, and many of your work can be found on your Instagram, on your website. You are also selling some very specific things. The last time we saw us, you were selling bags and clothing. Can you tell us more about this project?
I wanna create a lot of different things that people can use in their everyday life, to include the symbols and the work with the symbols on everyday basis. So one symbol that was very important for me personally is the self-love symbol, because I do feel it all starts with truly loving myself. And this is why I started my first clothing line with this symbol, and I cooperated with a beautiful woman from Austria that is actually printing every piece by hand with a press, and cutting the symbols with a cutter, but still removing a lot of this foil that is not needed on the print by hand. And it's a very slow process with a lot of love and presence. And I just felt called to do that. And there's still a few pieces left, but not so much. That was a really beautiful process. But I did create all of this clothes, and then I realized I don't have time to actually sell it. Something you need to sell also, right? So you need to do advertisement for it, or at least show the people that you have it. You need to pack it, you need to ship it. I'm a perfectionist, so I do everything with love that I do, and I didn't find myself to have time for that. So my that helps me and supports me with these things. But yeah, I definitely love to do many different things. So I have still some clothes available and also prints you can buy from symbols I channeled for everyone.
And maybe someday there will come somebody that can help you, and maybe we can buy more products with your geometry someday. Yes. I just saying it because our conversation is recorded. Maybe somebody is listening this recording in few years from the day to day. And then on your website, the person who is watching can find more products than now, 2024. I think it can be a very good idea when the geometry in its when, to put it in this way, when the life conditions in the people who can help you are there. Maybe someday we can buy more from your geometry. Like on some products. I really want to see them like in the everyday life, like some small circles that you can put your bottle on it, or just stickers to put it on the bottle. Like this, I see it like maybe someday it will manifest.
Definitely. And my next project is definitely to create a few cards, like an activation card set. With not too many cards, will be very simple, but that's definitely my next project. I have already a person that will help me on that. So yeah, next project.
Well, this is a really great idea with the activation cards.
Yes.
Denise, and now we are coming to the end of our conversation. I wanted to ask you something, but suddenly I forgot it.
That's always like
yeah, I have it. Yeah. So we are now July 2024, and in our last conversation I told you about Bulgaria, and that people wants to meet you, and you told me you know somebody from Bulgaria also, and you told me about your idea coming to Bulgaria and offering tattoos and energetic work in February, maybe February. It's still not sure, but we can discuss it when you know more about. Maybe February 2025. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yes, so I always go where I get invited and where there is a possibility for me to tattoo. I have a very beautiful friend, one of my dearest friends. She's from Bulgaria, from Sofia actually. She's writing her master thesis. Will be there in February, so she invited me to stay with her. And since you also said that you are wanting to do a workshop with me together, maybe in Bulgaria and Sofia, I thought, why not doing it right in February? So yeah, this is one of these impulses from the universe, I guess. And yeah, so if anybody is interested, please feel free to get in touch. If I have at least 3 to 4 people lined up, I definitely want to come. You are always welcome to come visit me in my studio in Munich, which is not that far from you. And there's also the possibility to stay over, have a little retreat on your own there. So yes, I'm really excited to go east now.
You're very, very welcome to Bulgaria. And yes, some kind Bulgarians around you, me, your friend. So yeah, Bulgaria is coming into your life. Yeah, Denise, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there was some small technical problem. Yeah. Okay, I said that Bulgaria is around you. Bulgarian people are around you. Bulgaria is inviting you very warmly to come and to work. And yeah, we spoke. Maybe we can do it like this, that I also offer activation workshop, maybe 1-day workshop where you also can do your activation work. We can work together. And it's a way of still thinking about the details, but it will be announced on my website, on YouTube. So everybody who wants to take part can take part, and the people who wants to receive a personal tattoos from you and codes can contact you so that you can plan your stay.
Yes.
And of course the working time.
Yes, always welcome.
Denise, now we're at the end of our conversation. Thank you so much for your time and for your for your truth, for your story, for your energy, for your smiling, beautiful face. And I hope to see you soon in Bulgaria, and we will stay in touch.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my work. And I know always when you come back from Bulgaria and you work with one of my symbols that people were really touched, and I'm super excited to meet some of them. And it just fills my heart with so much joy to know that my art is already spreading there, and you guys are receiving what I have to give. That means the world to me, really. So thank you, Nikolai, for giving me the space to talk about it also.
Yeah, it's for me, it's a pleasure and honor. We are speaking with you about doing a video conversation like this, I think more than a year.
Yes.
And now you remember me that on this year, on this retreat 2024, I used your symbol about the universal portal to all dimensions and densities. And 2 years ago, you channeled a specific symbol, the God spark in the heart that we activated in Bulgaria. Also, yeah, it was 2 years ago, the divine spark, the divine God spark in the heart. And we did the activation in a German retreat. We did in Germany, you and me. And then I used it in Bulgaria also 2 years ago. So your work is already in Bulgaria. People are waiting for you, and I'm really, really very happy that we have done now this interview, this conversation. And Bulgarians who are listening this, Denise will not have, I think, will not have the ability to have time for all of you. So first came, first serve, right?
Yes, but I'm always willing to travel. So if it's not this time, patience is a good value to keep in mind when it comes to tattoos. So I will try to make it possible for everyone who wants a tattoo.
Because I just also want to say, because many people cannot maybe imagine this, that you are booked out for like 7-8 months in advance, right?
Yeah, 5 to 6 months for sure, but it's getting more and more. It's a little bit challenging for me to plan my own private life now. So but it's good. I feel like the processes go deeper and deeper also into the cellular consciousness, and so we need a little bit more time and space so the body, the mind, and all the different parts of the energetic system can actually prepare for it. So I do think it's valuable to have the time in advance.
I just wanted to say this because many people are maybe thinking that they can join also very spontaneously, and the places you will be offering, they will be very fast full. So I just want to mention this to the people who are thinking. Please go into your intuition, go down, go deep into your heart, and if you hear a yes, then contact Denise fast. Otherwise, you will have to wait till the next time, or you have to come to Munich, right?
Exactly. And there are lots of information in my info sheets. And for those who are just wanting to receive the messages and infos about the process and all that, feel welcome to go to my website, download it, or contact me personal, and we be in touch already. That's also, of course,
I
possible.
now remember that I forgot to share my private feelings about my own tattoo that I have received from you.
Yeah. Yeah,
we'll do it just for short, and then our conversation is really rounded. And at the end, I was very amazed when I received the symbol you have channeled for me, and I found it amazing. And what I found it's that since this symbol is on my arm, tattooed by yourself, with very love and patience and very special way of how you're doing it. I love it. Yes, since then, I really love it. I look from time to time on it, and I feel some kind of more activated than I was before. It's something that I cannot, it's very difficult to put it in words, also because I don't speak English that very well, but just to feel that something that I know that I can see in geometric form, it helped my system to understand it. I still cannot understand it with words, but to see it, to wear it on my skin, it's very, very comfortable and a very special activation. I cannot put it away. And I look it very often. Actually, I have printed it out. I look this symbol from you, and every time I think about it, it cannot be better drawn like this. It's exactly how it has to be. And I just have to confirm that your work is really amazing, Denise.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now we are at the end of our conversation. Thank you very much for your time, for your sharings, and have a great retreat at the retreat center where you are now.
Thank you. All the best to you guys, and I'm super excited to get to know you and visit Bulgaria.
Bye, Denise.
Bye. Much love.